$15,000. I hope you never lift a cent of penny of it.
You should not hate Jaru. He has been, how you say, very reasonable. You stole $30,000, Daddy.
Yeah, here, 15,000 in new bills. Count them. I want to be sure you get every last dollar.
New bills? But no, Daddy, these are the same bills you embezzled. But I cannot accept these. What? I cannot be in possession of stolen money, Daddy. I could never trust you. No, Daddy, this will not do.
Well, it has to do. I can't pay any other way.
I'm afraid you must find another way, Daddy.
How? Where can I get $15,000 in different bills?
In the bank, where you work. You can make, how you say, an exchange.
What are you taking for? That'll be a dead giveaway in my finish. No, that's out.
It is the only way, unless you desire to go to prison.
Oh. Oh, if I don't do as you say, you'll go to the police.
You leave me no choice, Daddy.
You've gone too far, Jaru. I'm caught either way. You give me no choice. I have no. Put down that knife. Convenient to you to have these daggers hanging around your tent, Jaru. Perfect for what I have to do.
Stop, you are insane. Get away.
Oh, Jaru, you saw too much in that crystal ball. Much too much. No,
You've done it, Hal. Added murder to theft. And you stand there trying to collect your senses. You gaze around vacantly, then wipe your fingerprints from the knife, put it back in its scabbard, and all the while your mind gropes for a way out of this, a means of escape. Suddenly you remember your date with Millie. You were to pick her up at 7:30, drive her to the carnival grounds. You look at your watch, your mind forming an idea. You stoop down, take the incriminating $10 bill from Jaru's pocket, toss it into the shoebox with the new bills Jaru refused. As you slip outside and walk to your car, you know exactly what you must do. And speeding toward Millie's apartment, you pray that you can get away with it. At 7:30, you stop the car a block away from Millie's apartment. Hurry into a drugstore phone booth. This is the important step now, a move that will count the most. I wish to please talk with Sahib Marana.
Marana? Oh, sure, just a minute. Marana, it's for you. I think it's your room. Hello? This is Marana.
Salam, Sahib Marana.
Saru?
Yes, Miss Sahib. I'm calling from what you call drugstore. The one near the carnival.
Yes?
I have appointment with Sahib Parker for Christmas at 7 o'clock.
Oh?
It is now 1:30. Have you seen him, Marana?
No, Sahib. But he is to be here soon.
Then Sahib Parker did not intend to keep appointment. Jaru did not like it.
Shall I say you call?
It does not matter. Goodbye, Sahib. You smile as you hang up, don't you, Hal? Because the trick, your imitation of the dead Jaru, seemed to work perfectly. And you've established the fact that Jaru was alive at 7:30. It could be impossible for you to have killed him and then call for Millie far across town only a few minutes later. You hurry to your car, drive the 1 block to Millie's apartment. Your hand trembles as you knock on the door. If Millie and Marana are convinced that it was Jaru who spoke to you, you've nothing to worry about.
Oh, come in, Hal. I'm almost ready.
Ah.
I'll be with you in a moment.
Oh, you coming along, Marana?
No, I have called for taxi cab.
What for? There's plenty of room in the car for free.
Oh,
and I...
Sahib. You have proverb here. Two is company, three is crowd. Marana takes taxi. It will be here soon. Marana sees it, Hal.
Oh? What is it? What have I done?
Tell him, Marana. To me, Sahib, you have done nothing. To Jaru, you have failed to keep appointment. He's angry.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I forgot, and then I had something to do with my apartment, and before I knew it was past 7. I barely had time to make it here.
Jaru phoned Marana a few minutes ago. He said he didn't intend to keep the appointment.
Oh, well, I'll apologize for it.
I will leave you now. Taxi will be waiting. Okay, Marana. See you in about half an hour.
You know, Millie, they're funny people. Marana and Jaru.
I wouldn't worry about sorry.
Yeah. What did you tell Marana about me?
Oh, did you work for living, though? She didn't know what a teller was. I had to draw a picture. Put you in a cave.
How well do you know Marana?
Oh, just since the carnival came here. I got the soft drinking person by offering to share my apartment with Marana. Sort of a bribe, but with rooms as scarce as they are.
What kind of a girl is she?
Hard to tell. Doesn't say much. Sensitive about that, I guess. Anyway, she goes her way and I go mine. Oh, here we are.
Yeah, 8 o'clock on the dot.
How look over there. What's wrong?
Huh?
There's a loose tent. There's a crowd gathered. Business can't be that good. I wonder... Hey, come on, let's sit over there. Please, will you let us through? Thank you. Come on, Carl, inside.
Right with you, Millie.
Well, hello.
What is it? What's happened?
You're Millie, eh?
Millie Olmsted, that's right.
And you're, Parker?
Yeah, right. What's going on?
I'm in Dedham. Out of homicide. There's been a murder.
What? Not so who?
Yeah, that's his name. He was stabbed with one of these oriental daggers. Happened sometime within the past hour, as far as we can tell right now. I understand you think you know him pretty well.
Oh, God, I never knew him before the carnival got here.
I know. Your roommate, that Marana, told us about you. How about you, Parker?
Oh, I didn't know him very well either. He gave me a couple of readings, that's all.
Uh-huh.
As a matter of fact, I had an appointment with him tonight at 7. I didn't keep it.
No? Can you prove that?
Of course he can. Call for me at 7:30. You wouldn't have had time for a reading and then drive all the way to my place.
Yeah, and Ja Rule was alive at 7:30, Lieutenant.
How do you know that?
Well, when I got to Millie's, he just phoned. Millie spoke to him, so did Marana.
I see. Well, that leaves us exactly nowhere. And I'm afraid we won't find the answer to Jaru's murder in a crystal ball.
The Whistler will return in just a moment with the strange ending to tonight's story. Meantime, since most of us do a lot more driving during this warm summer weather, I'd like to say a word about an item that has a lot to do with your driving pleasure: gasoline. Wherever you travel on the Pacific coast, from Canada to Mexico, you'll find Signal, the famous Go Farther gasoline. Almost 2,000 friendly dealer-owned Signal stations are ready to serve you and honor your Signal credit card. And remember, when you power your car with Signal, you not only enjoy Signal's famous mileage, but also the thing which makes that mileage possible: extra engine efficiency. And, of course, extra engine efficiency means more thrilling performance from your car. That's why Signal says, to be sure of the tops in gasoline quality, there are just 2 points to remember. One, in gasoline, it takes extra quality to go farther. And 2, Signal is the famous Go Farther gasoline. And now, back to the Whistler.
It's almost over, isn't it, Tom? The terrible nightmare you've been going through since the first time you talked to Jaru. Discovered that he knew of your embezzlement at the Midland Bank, that he would turn you over to the police unless you gave him $15,000. A little more than an hour ago, you were here in the tent with Jaru. But Lieutenant Adams doesn't know that, and you're certain that he never will know, aren't you, Hal? Because your imitation of Jaru's voice in a phone call to Millie and Marana brought the dead crystal gazer to life. Placed the time of his murder a half hour later than when you actually killed him. And that half hour gave you time to get back across town to pick up Millie. And so you've won, Hal. The lieutenant has eliminated you as a suspect. You stand by calmly, watching as he continues his routine check. The lieutenant leaves and you talk quietly with Millie. Then the lieutenant returns with Marana.
Oh, glad you waited, Parker. I have a few more questions, if you don't
don't mind.
Oh, not at all. I'll do whatever I can to help.
Now, on this appointment you had with Giroux, why didn't you keep it?
Well, I was late. I had to be at Millie's by 7:30.
Huh?
He was there right on time.
7:30 job, huh? Just before Giroux was murdered.
That's right. Like I said, Jaru called Millie and Marana here. He was talking to them practically as I arrived. Isn't that so, Marana?
It would seem to be so, Sahib.
What do you mean, soon? You were anointed me because of what Jaru said. You wouldn't even ride down here with me.
Marana was more than annoyed, but puzzled. After that call, she wanted time to think. Figure things out for herself.
That is right, Sahib. I have to know why this was done.
Why, what was done? What are you saying, Marana? You talked to Jaru, didn't you?
No, Sahib. I talked to you. What?
Me? I don't talk like Jaru.
You did on the telephone, Parker. What was it he said, Marana?
He said, like Jaru always talks, Salam and Sahib Manana. I am calling from what you call drugstore. But Hal doesn't talk like that. What are you pouring at, Marana?
Yes, that's ridiculous. Couldn't have been anyone else but Jaru.
You better explain, Marana.
All these people, Sahib, you would make them step back.
Sure. Jim? Yeah? Move the car back with us. Get him away from here.
I don't know what this is all about. What Jaru said, that's exactly how he talks, isn't it, Marana?
Sure, to the general public, but not to me, you dope. All this lingo's been a mess with us. He never talked like that to me. His name wasn't Jaru, it's Joe Thompson, and he was my uncle.
Wednesday at the same time. Brought to you by the Signal Oil Company, marketers of Signal gasoline and motor oil, and fine quality automotive accessories. Signal has asked me to remind you, to get the most driving pleasure, drive extensively speed, be courteous, and obey traffic regulations. It may save a life, possibly your own. Featured in tonight's story were Frank Lovejoy and Stanley Waxman. The Whistler was produced by George W. Allen, with story by Gene Fromhurst. Music by Wilbur Hatch, and was transmitted to our troops overseas by the Armed Forces Radio Service. This is Marvin Miller speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The makers of Bluebonnet Margarine and Tenderleaf Tea present The Fred Allen Show with Fred's guest, Mr. James Mason, Corporal Hopper, Minerva Pius, Peter Donald, Parker Fenley, the DeMarcos, Al Goodman, his orchestra, and Kenny Delmar. Here's one of today's shopping problems easily solved. Just remember this. If you're worried because your children aren't eating enough vegetables, because you realize how important vegetables are in a well-rounded diet, listen carefully. You can now give your children the goodness of 8 different vegetables in a delicious drink they'll love. Just give them V8 vegetable juices. V8 is one of the most enticing drinks that's ever been concocted. And here's the important thing. Every tempting sip of V8 contains the goodness from 8 different vegetables. Tomatoes and beets of the red variety, lettuce, spinach, watercress, parsley, and celery of the leafy green variety, carrots of the yellow variety. Thus, when you serve V8, your children get both the goodness and variety of 8 different vegetables. Get V8 vegetable juices tomorrow. Give it to your children for lunch, dinner, between meals. They'll love V8, and it's really good for them.
gentlemen, the statistics show that today American colleges are smokers now.
You mean in just 4 years you could acquire that? Say, I wonder how many packs of Philip Morris's you have to smoke before you know it all. Well, Portland, I should have quit when there was nothing going on. Well, Portland, apart from food conservation, what is in the news this week?
Somebody invented a meat substitute. It's called a Truman burger.
Oh, I saw that, a Truman burger. I saw that.
I wonder how they make a Truman burger.
Well, don't let this get out, but I got the recipe from Charlie Luckman. This is the recipe for the Truman burger. The president puts 2 slices of bread on the piano, and then he plays 1 meatball.
It's funny. Today's food is so important.
What's funny?
Well, they used to throw it at actors.
Well, that's what chased Jack Benny out of vaudeville, you know.
Who?
When they started to can it.
Speaking of Jack reminds me, did you hear Jack's par this week?
You mean the mad thing?
Uh-huh. He said you were so old, Boy Scouts had to help you across the street.
Well, I hope I got a better laugh on Par's program.
He said you were mad at the younger generation.
Well, Brother Pa may be a member of the younger generation, Portland, but he's telling the older generation's jokes. But enough about the male Joan David. This is getting to sound, you know, the East may fight the West before this. This is getting to sound as though this program was coming from another network, which it may any minute, the way it looks. I think I had better start for Allen's Alley.
What is your question tonight?
Well, this week, as you may have read, the Better Business Bureau is completing its 25th year of service. Thousands of cases of fraud in real estate, stocks, and other get-rich-quick schemes have been prosecuted. And so our question tonight is, have you ever been swindled by a disciple of sharp practice?
Shall we go?
As the man said when his wife grabbed his money at the racetrack, you bet. Here we are back in Allen's Alley, Portland. Senator Claghorn's gavel is on the front steps. I guess he doesn't give a rap tonight. Well, let's knock.
Who is it calling on old Senator Claghorn? Oh, it's you,
Well,
son.
Senator.
Speak up, son. I gotta hop to it. I'm busier than a pump handle during a temperance picnic.
You
I'm writing a book.
writing a book?
Well, Senator Wiley of Wisconsin wrote a book called Laughing with Congress.
Yes?
My book's called Chuckling with Claghorn.
Chuckling with Claghorn.
I got one joke in my book. It's about the farmer. His land was so poor, he had to spread it with fertilizer before he could raise a flush on it.
So you mean
Well, that's a belly whopper, son. Start hooting and hollering.
Yeah?
Lean against something and watch your buttons pop.
Now, wait a minute. Look, Senator, about this fraud business, have you ever been swindled?
Well, son, back in 42, I was rooked to a fairly well by the slickest flim-flamming Tom Pepper that ever wore sideburns and bear grease on his hair.
Well, this is one man you're describing now. How did he cheat you, Senator?
I was running barbers. This Timberrigger says, Claghorn, if you want to get in, I'm your man.
He could fix the election?
I had a ballot box with a fire going in it and built-in votes.
A fire?
As they was deposited in the ballot box, the fire burned up all the other candidates' votes.
And the built-in votes?
They was all for me.
You couldn't lose.
I was going in like Happy Chandler at a ball game. I bought 200 ballot boxes with the built-in votes from this Jack Leg.
Yes?
The day of the election, something went wrong.
With your fake ballot boxes, you didn't go in?
I went in, son.
Yes?
I went in for 30 days. So long. So long.
Well, that probably explains the senator's pallor. Yeah, I wonder if Mr. Moody's still up.
Ready, Doc?
Tell me, Mr. Moody, have you ever been the victim of a fraud?
Why, only one.
What happened?
Well, one time I head towards New York,